The Takumi Bushcraft and Survival Knife by Takumitak. Welcome to Doug Shoe Bushcraft. Model number TKF208BK. It's a full tang fixed blade, 4.5 inch blade length, 9.5 inches overall, 5 millimeters thick or around there, 11 ounces, D2 steel with a black finish. It's actually titanium nitride, kind of upscale. G10 handle, comes with a Kydex sheath. It's just pressure retention. I like that because nothing to unsnap or unbuckle, you just have instant access. So I would call this a basic no-nonsense survival knife. Bushcraft and survival. And I want something strong. So in some sort of extreme circumstance I can do what I need to do. Of course, for safety's sake, you're not supposed to use a knife as a pry bar. I'm not saying to do that. However, some sort of emergency, I need to pry something. This is around 5 millimeters thick, so very, very beefy. But then it's a flat grind that starts about there all the way down to the final edge. So then it's thin down here. So with the final edge you can make it very, very sharp, good for carving, even though it's strong. See what I'm saying? Because of all this grind from here all the way down, making that thinner, thinner, thinner. So now there's a fine edge here, but there's a thick pry bar-ish edge on this side, flat edge. So I can do what I need to do. So again, not that I'm recommending things like this, and there is some danger involved, but let's say I'm trapped in a vehicle that's made out of relatively thin sheet metal, like basically they all are these days. Punch can go through the sheet metal. If I do the hammer grip reverse, is probably be less damage to my edge, and I can do what I need to do. If I'm in some sort of building, plywood, or dimensional lumber, I can hack my way through. I need to pry something, and yet, see, it's the best of both worlds because of that design. Tough pry bar, but then fine carving edge, and has a point. I like having a point. You can't have something like a flat cleaver, but then you can't drill things. It's harder to poke holes in things. So this is a point, but see how it's not real acute? Because they're thinking of like vigorous tasks. If I use it to like punch through something that you wouldn't usually do, for example sheet metal, fiberglass, something like that, hacking through a 5-gallon bucket, whatever needs to be done, it can pierce, but since it's not really acute, there's less chance of snapping it off. It's always possible, and that does taper toward the edge, so it gets very pointy. But that's about what I would want. That acuteness of point, just about perfect for what I have in mind. If you're interested in seeing more of this camping trip, there'll be a dedicated video about that coming soon. So if you're not subscribed, make sure to do that. And then if you hit the bell, you should be notified when that comes out. And I thank you, Takumitak, for sending me this blade. Thank you guys for joining me. See you again soon. Make a joyful noise to the Lord, all the earth. Psalm 101. If you want to get in touch, my email address is doug@dougshoe.com. The mailing address, Doug Shoe Bushcraft, P.O. Box 42, Strafford, New Hampshire, 03884, USA. Thanks for watching.